Stockton, where just a few hours ago a shooting left 4 people dead and 10 others injured. Stockton Vice Mayor Jason Lee, one of the officials, saying that this happened at a child's birthday party on Lucille Avenue near Thornton. Now, thanks for joining us for Fox 40 News at 10:30. I'm Dennis Shanahan. We'll continue that live team coverage with Fox 40's Chloe Curtis and Sierra Krug, both live at the scene. And we begin this half hour with Sierra with the very latest. Sierra.
Well, Dennis, as you noted, the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office is calling this a mass shooting. 14 people have been confirmed to have been shot. Again, 4 people have died. The rest have been taken to a nearby hospital, where officials say they are surrounded by their loved ones. Now, that initial call came just before 6 p.m. at a banquet hall. And you can't see it from where I am, but there's a Dairy Queen a little ways behind me. I'm told that banquet hall was right next to it. And again, that was a family celebration. There's still no known confirmed information about the victims at this time, but officials say the primary focus is figuring out who that suspect is and how many there are. They do say right now they don't know how many weapons were involved, but there's a lot of missing pieces they're still looking to put together. They say they're investigating every possible reason this could have happened. At this point, they have reason to believe this was a targeted attack, meaning there's no reason for people to continue to look for a threat. However, that being said, I would say standing in this area, the scene still seems to extend about, if I were to estimate, about 4 or 5 blocks near Lucille Avenue here in Stockton. So there's still police presence all around, so keep an eye out for that. Again, if you have any information about this suspect or this incident in general, you are asked to contact the Sheriff's Department. For now, 11 Stockton, covering local news that matters, Sierra Krug, Fox 40 News.
Sierra, thank you. And we continue our live team coverage with Fox 40's Chloe Curtis, who has been gathering information from the scene as well. Chloe, what can you tell us?
Dennis, heartbreaking, unfathomable, and devastating are a few of the words that we're hearing from community members as well as local leaders here in Stockton tonight. And this investigation is going to be a lengthy one. It's going to be happening overnight and into the morning, and still a lot of questions that are unanswered. What we do know right now is that law enforcement still has a heavy presence here on scene. They're staged at pretty much every corner here. And that investigation is taking place at a banquet hall tucked right behind many of these businesses here along Lucille Avenue. This call came in around 6 this evening, and since then several agencies have been brought in to assist with this investigation. And to help you visualize the reach of the scene, this is some drone footage captured by our photojournalist Dan Franz about an hour ago. This investigation is about a lot more than the size of the scene, though. It's going to include extensive review of any surveillance footage, interviews with witnesses and victims, and collecting as much physical evidence as possible from the scene. We still see police staged at pretty much every corner around this area, and in many instances it can take several hours to process a scene completely. This is the type of scene that will have investigators working well past that, overnight and into the morning at the very least. And as the search for the suspect continues tonight, I want to share what local leaders are saying, including the San Joaquin County District Attorney.
It's unthinkable, and it absolutely breaks our heart to have the loss of life and to have loss of life to children in our community. Right now, we are doing everything possible to bring the individual that's responsible for this to justice.
The Sheriff's Office, Stockton PD, Manteca PD, the DA's office, and the FBI, just some of the agencies that now have a role in trying to piece together what happened here tonight. Cal OES says Governor Newsom has also been briefed on the shooting. And just a short time ago, Mayor Christina Fugazi also said that she has also talked with Governor Newsom, who's offered the full support of the state to assist the community and law enforcement agencies in any way needed throughout this investigation. The other call that she's making to the community tonight is that if you know anything, to call the Crime Stoppers hotline, where you can leave an anonymous tip. There are still so many questions in this investigation, and Another reaction I want to share from the community coming in tonight is that of Stockton's Vice Mayor Jason Lee, who wrote in part, quote, "As Vice Mayor of Stockton and as someone who grew up in this community, I'm devastated and angry to learn about the mass shooting at a child's birthday party. An ice cream shop should never be a place where families fear for their lives. Violence touched my life as a young person, and seeing our own children, parents, and neighbors go through this shakes me deeply. Stockton is my home. These are our families, and this is our community." And at a press conference about 2 hours ago, the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office said that there's still a lot of questions that they have in this investigation, including what led up to that shooting, as well as the condition of the other victims that were rushed to the hospital earlier this evening. They're going to be working to piece together a lot of this information overnight, as I mentioned, but they also need the community's assistance in that. And another big part of this, as we know, is trying to locate the person responsible. So their call to the community tonight, as well as that from several local leaders, is that if you have any information that can help in this, anything not too big, not too small, any information really can be helpful to them at this point, you're asked to contact authorities directly. Reporting live in Stockton tonight, covering local news that matters, Chloe Curtis, Fox 40 News.